Hey everybody, it's Bobby B here coming at you with another great video. In today's video, we're going to show you how to replace a water pump on a hemi. Yes, you heard it, a hemi, baby. And we're going to go step by step on the process for you to make it a lot easier. And please, at the end of this video, if you felt like it was helpful in any way, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can always stay tuned for some great content. All right, let's get into it.
Alright, first thing you want to do is open up the radiator cap and then go underneath and take out the radiator drain plug. Then you want to take off your radiator supply hose going from the radiator to the thermostat. Then you want to take off your air filter box and move it out of the way. You want to get a 3/8 ratchet down on your belt tensioner. You want to get out a big pipe wrench and put it onto the fan clutch. You want to put some tension on the 3/8 ratchet and just hit the pipe wrench with a sledgehammer and it loosens up your fan clutch. Then take out the 10mm bolt holding on the fan shroud cover. Here's a better angle of the pipe wrench on the fan clutch. I got it on there and I'm twisting it. I'm going to go ahead and twist it off with my hands now since it's loose. I'm keeping tension on the belt. That way it makes it a little bit easier and doesn't move around for me.
Hey everybody, it's Bobby B here again. And thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I would surely appreciate it.
Now I'm just putting both of my hands down in there to slowly twist off the threads of the fan clutch. Once the fan clutch comes off, you just pull the fan clutch and the fan cover out of the way at the same time. Now you want to go ahead and take your serpentine belt off. Then go ahead and take off your tensioner. Then go ahead and take off the hoses off the water pump. A lot easier to get to now. Here's all the bolts you'll need to take off of the water pump. You want to make sure that every bolt that you take out goes in the exact same hole. I like using the new water pump as a guide and just put my bolts in it while I'm taking it out of the old water pump. You're going to start off by taking off the top bracket here first. It's just 3 nuts and 1 bolt. Then you just work your way around and take out all the nuts and bolts. You will have to take off this 1 pulley here and put it onto the new water pump. There is 1 bolt that will not come out completely. It hits against the power steering pump. It gets loosened up enough where you can slide it and take out the water pump, but it will not come out all the way. Just keep in mind when you reinstall the water pump, you need to make sure you have that bolt already in the water pump. Go ahead and clean off the surface where the water pump's going. go ahead and install your new gasket. You won't need any gasket sealer. Like I said before, you need to make sure that one bolt is already in there, or otherwise it's going to get stuck right there. Here's the old water pump with all the bolts lined up in the holes that they need to go into. Go ahead and put in all your nuts and bolts. Do not tighten them all the way up until you get all the bolts in there. Make sure that you tighten up the nuts and bolts to the proper specs before you put the bracket on. Reinstall all your hoses correctly. Make sure they're nice and tight. Go ahead and reinstall your serpentine belt.
Hey everybody, it's Bobby B here again. And thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I would surely appreciate it.
And go ahead and reinstall your fan cover and clutch fan. It's a little bit of a pain, but you'll fight it a little bit with your hands. You eventually will get the thread started on it. Just take your time. Alright, after everything got reinstalled, you're going to want to go ahead and get the air bubbles out of the car. This particular car, if you don't get the air bubbles out, it could still cause damage and overheat. This particular setup, you just add it on there, let the car run, get up to temperature. It pretty much gets the air bubbles out for you. If it gets to the point where the fluid keeps rising and gets to the top, just turn the car off and then you'll shut the valve off. Then you're able to take it off and dump some of the coolant into your tank here. And then you just reinstall it, crank the car back up, and get all the final air bubbles out of it. Eventually you'll get to a point where you'll get a big air bubble out of it, and then it'll suck all that coolant back in there. Congratulations, you now know how to replace the water pump on a Hemi.
Wow, you're still watching this video? I must have done something right on this one. Well, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I surely appreciate it. Well, that wraps it all up. Bobby B out. Till next time.